Welcome back to NerdServ, everyone. Now today I want to do something a little different. Before all this YouTube stuff, I was a server in a small town restaurant, and I relied on my tips to make a lot of money. Because in the state I'm from, they can pay you under minimum wage if you get tips. So our tips were like our lifeblood. And while working as a server, of course I learned how to calculate a tip, but today I thought I would show you 2 ways you can easily calculate a tip yourself. So let's begin.
Bam!
Okay, so the first way is just using your phone calculator. Now I put my phone on my computer screen so you can see, and I'm just going to show you how to use your simple calculator to easily calculate a tip. So first, let's pick a number. Let's say 25.69. Nice. Let's say that's what your bill is. And you want to leave 20% because you had good service. Nice. So how would you calculate that? Now on your phone calculator, all you'd have to do is do the number of your bill, which right now we're doing 25.69, and you just have to times it by 20%. And as you can see, I timed it by 20 and then I added the percent afterwards. And now we're going to hit equals. And that's going to bring up 5.138. So if we round up, anything above 5, I think loosely rounds up. So since 8 is above 5, let's round that, the next one, which would round 3 up to 4. 514. So if your bill was $25.69, 20% would be $5.14. See, it's very easy. So let's do another one. Let's say your bill's $46.75. And let's say the service was decent and you just want to leave 10% maybe. So again, all we have to do is do times 10% and then hit equals. And as you can see, it would be 4.675, or since it's 5 round up, 4.68. $4.68. So again, this is really easy and you can do this on your phone's basic calculator. So if you ever need to quickly calculate a tip, just pull your phone out, get in the calculator, put in your bill's number, and then times it by the amount of percent you want to leave. But this is a pretty easy way to calculate your tip. I got another one that won't involve the calculator, is maybe a little more complicated, but it's really not that hard once you learn it. So let's move on to the next way. Okay, so for our second way, let's just assume you don't have your phone or calculator on you. I know, shocking. So you're going to need to calculate a tip. Let's start by doing 10%. That is the base thing and the easiest thing to do. Let's start with $27.68. Now let's say that's your bill at a restaurant and we're going to need to figure out 20%. So let's say this is your bill at a restaurant and you need to calculate 20%. So to do that, we need to calculate 10%. And the first thing you want to do is take this little dot here and move it left 1 space. As you can see, now it's 2.768. And if we do our usual rounding, 8 rounds up, that would be 277. 277 is 10% of 27.68. So then, how do we get 20%? Oh, wait a minute. 20% is just double 10%. So all we have to do is double 2.77. And again, you can use your calculator if you want, but any way you do it, 20% is double 10%. So once you figure out 10%, you can easily find out 20%. So if we double 2.77, we would come up with 554. So 554 is 20% of 27.68. So again, this might seem a little confusing, but it's really not that hard. Once you learn it enough, you can easily just picture it in your head what the tip will be. Let me give you another example. Let's just do straight 25 this time. Now if we take what we learned last time, we take this dot and we put it in between the 2 and the 5, we know right away it's going to be 250, and 250 doubled is $5. So if you just look at 25 real quick, you can easily just know $25, 20% is $5. And that is probably one of the easiest examples. Let's do a little higher one. Let's do $35. Now this time I'll keep it up at the top so you can remember what the total is. But by going from the last one, let's move the point over one. Of course, 3.500 or 350. And what is 350 doubled? $7. So again, as you can see, especially for me, if you look at $35, you can easily assume that it can be $7. Another easy way to tell is just look at that first number. It's a 3. Just double it to 6. And then you know the 5 is half of a whole way up to 40. So you would just add on another 1 and it would be 7. So I hope I'm explaining this right or easy to understand, but it's a very simple thing to do. In fact, calculating 10 and 20% is actually the easiest ones probably. But again, you basically just got to learn what 10% is and then double it or triple it for 30%, all you need to do is go from 10% and you can pretty much figure out any percent. Okay, but before I leave you today, let's do one more. Let's go back to basic 25 and let's try to figure out 5%. So if we want to figure out 5%, let's figure out 10%. Again, 2500, $2.50. So $2.50 is 10% of $25, which we already know, but we want 5%. So all you have to do is take that number and cut it in half. So if you cut 250 in half, you get 125. So as you can see, $1.25 is 5% of $25. So, like I said before, as long as you can figure out the 10%, you can loosely figure out any other percent you want to leave. But I do got one final bonus one I want to show you. Let's start with $50. And we want to figure out 100%. So how do you figure out 100% tip? And no, most people don't leave 100% tip. But I'm just doing math here. So what's 100% of $50? You guessed it right, it's $50. So what happens when you add 50 and 50? You get $100. So I would say 100% is probably the easiest tip to figure out. And yes, this is kind of a joke. 100% is pretty easy to do. But I thought you guys might get a kick out of that. So anyways, that does it for today, guys. I just wanted to show you 2 easy ways you can calculate a tip on your phone calculator or by doing some basic math. And this was just a little fun project I had. Being a server for a long time, I got all kinds of tips. And I thought a lot of people probably didn't know how to calculate them, so I came up with this idea just to show you guys a few easy ways you can do it. But a lot of the time nowadays, they even have the percentage on the receipts. But I still think you should know how to calculate it yourself too. So again, thank you for watching as always. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content in the future. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time on NerdServ.